Hello and welcome to Irish Insider Live. I'm Alan Joseph here with Chris Allen in Heritage Hall in the Joyce Center. This weekend's Notre Dame-Oklahoma matchup couldn't have higher stakes. Both teams are ranked in the top 10 of the BCS. The Irish are in the top 5 and are 7-0 for the first time since 2002. But this road matchup against the Sooners, who are pretty highly regarded, represents their toughest test of the season.
There's a lot of history at stake here too. The last time these two teams met in 1999, the Irish handed Bob Stoops his first loss as Oklahoma head coach in a game at Notre Dame Stadium. The last time these two teams met in Norman, the Irish won a 38-0 one side of the fair in Ara Parseghian's third season as head coach, en route to winning a national championship. These two teams entered the 2012 contest as legitimate BCS title contenders in Brian Kelly's third season as head coach.
The focus in this game will be when Oklahoma has the ball and prolific quarterback Landry Jones goes up against a formidable Irish defense led by bona fide Heisman candidate Manti Te'o. Chris, what are your keys to the game?
I think the number one key to the game is to run the ball between the tackles. In last week's win over BYU, running backs Theo Riddick and Sierra Wood ran the ball between the tackles and established a physical running game. It's incredibly important for them to do the same this week against Oklahoma, and very important for the offensive line to control the line of scrimmage. Also, it's very important for the defensive secondary to keep receivers in front of them and keep Landry Jones from getting the big play downfield. They've done a good job of that so far this season, but this game, it's absolutely crucial. Alan, what are your keys?
Well, I think it's really important that the Irish come out strong and don't fall behind early in this game. They're going to be against a really prolific offense, and the Irish are really not built to play from a big deficit. So if they can stay close in the first quarter and the first half, they'll have to win the game in the second half where one or two big plays can really change everything. In the second half especially, but really throughout the game, it's going to be really important for the Irish front seven on defense to pressure Landry Jones and not give him a lot of time to throw. He's got really capable receivers who can make a lot of big plays, but as Kansas State showed when they marched into Norman and took down the Sooners, if you hit Landry Jones early and often and pressure him when he's in the pocket, you can win in a really tough place to play. Chris, it's time for one of our favorite games, and that's role players. You are Manti Te'o. What do you and your defense need to do to stop backup quarterback Blake Bell in goal line sets?
Well, it's been at least since the Michigan State week since we faced a goal line threat like Blake Bell. His name was also Bell, Le'Veon Bell. We did a pretty good job of stopping him. Blake Bell is much bigger than your average running back, so we need to do a good job of being physical, controlling the line of scrimmage, and getting to him early. If we allow him to gain some steam and start running downhill, it's going to be tough to stop him. 6'6", much bigger than your average running back, so I think we need to make sure that we get there and get to the ball quickly. Alan, you are Irish quarterback Everett Golson. You haven't played in 2 weeks. You sat out of the BYU game. How are you feeling going into this charged night game atmosphere?
Honestly, I'm really excited for this game. I want to come out and make a statement. No one's giving me a lot of respect or anyone else on this offense, and I think I've got a really big opportunity to make a lot of plays. So I think this is a good day for me to make a statement on a national stage. All right, Chris, it's that time. What's your prediction for this big matchup?
Well, to me, this feels a lot like Michigan State week. The Irish are coming off a really underwhelming performance at home. They're going into a really tough road environment. I don't think that anybody gives them a chance, but that week they show there's a lot more to the story than just that. This week there's also more to the story. The Irish front seven is really well equipped to make sure that Landry Jones cannot step into any of his throws. They're going to do a good job collapsing the pocket. I think he's probably going to be able to put some points on the board, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think the Irish pull this one out 24-21 and make a last-second stand on defense to win it.
Chris, it's funny you say that because I really also think that the Irish are going to play with a chip on their shoulder. No one's really giving them any respect. Obviously, the Irish offense is really going to have to come through in a big way, but an established running game and a couple timely big plays from guys like Tyler Eifert or George Atkinson could really go a long way. I think Irish defense is the best one the Sooners have faced, and I think that's really going to come out to be the difference. We wrote our predictions before we filmed this video, but I also actually have the Irish triumphing in a big way in 24-21. That's it for Irish Insider Live. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out more coverage on ndsmcobserver.com. Until next time, I'm Alan Joseph with Chris Allen, reporting for The Observer.